Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. So, today we're going to talk about another comic book series I follow. No, it has nothing to do with superheroes, it's not Marvel, it's not DC. As a matter of fact, it's called Zenescope Comics, okay? Zenescope, to me, what stands out to me about them is that they're really good at drawing big-breasted, huge butts, very thin femme fatales, okay? I mean, you just look at all the women in these comics and they are just stacked, okay? Another thing that stands out about Zenescope Comics is the language, okay? Because of the rape, the murder, the gore, the sex, it's just not for young minds, okay? It is intended for mature audiences. So even though we're talking about characters that kids love, like Cinderella and Snow White and Sleeping Beauty and Red Riding Hood and Tinkerbell and stuff like that, it's not, you know, these are very dark versions of them. So their most popular series for Zenescope is Grim Fairy Tales, okay? And they spun off a Wonderland series, okay? Alice in Wonderland series. And I got every single one of the trade paperback collected versions of those comics, okay? At least up to date till today, anyway. I mean, there's more coming out, there's more issues, there's more trade paperbacks in the future. But in the meantime, we got 10 trade paperback versions that we can talk about, and that's exactly what we're going to do today, okay? So you guys can use this video as a reference if you plan to collect it in the future. It's a really great story, okay? But be careful, it's just not, you know, there's nudity in them, you know, partial nudity, but also, but it's not for, it's not for everyone. Anyway, let's talk about this action figure. It's from the series. This is Alice as she is seen in the comics, okay, as she is drawn in the comics. At least some of them, anyway. So we got the white rabbit, we got the croquet and the mushrooms and stuff like that. Here's the back of the package. You can pause and read all the words and stuff like that. And it comes with the first issue of the comics, okay, the Alice in Wonderland comics, okay. She later does not become the main character anymore, okay. Her dollar Callie, which is just an anagram of all the letters in Alice, kind of takes over. But for the most part, Wonderland is still where it is, okay. So we're just going to go through each of the trade paperback versions I have, and we're just going to go from there, okay. So the first one, and we're going to do this in publication order, is Return to Wonderland, okay. There's the cover. Now, the thing about Zenescope is that they are very known for drawing a lot of variant covers, so your version may not look like mine, okay. So this is my Return to Wonderland. You can pause and read that if you want to know the story. There's the back. Okay. So yeah, this is what started it. Return to Wonderland. Okay. The next book that came out was Beyond Wonderland. Once again, your cover may not look like mine, but this is what mine looks like. Has Alice, has Callie, has Cheshire Cat, has the White Rabbit, and there's a little description for you about the series. Now, a lot of people compare this to Alice Madness Returns from American McGee. They also compare it to the 2010, was it 2010? Yeah, the Tim Burton movie of Alice in Wonderland that came out. But, you know, this one has its own story, it has its own characters, own plot and stuff like that. So here is my Tales from Wonderland Volume 1. This is the longest running series right now. It's the Tales of Wonderland series. You see the queen right there, looking all pretty. And you can pause and read all that if you want. Okay, if you're interested in the story. There were many different covers for Volume 2. I chose this one because it just looks cute. So there's Alice with the Tweedles. Okay, Tales from Wonderland Volume 2. There are some screenshots. Okay. There it is. Okay. Next one we have here is Volume 3. And I just love this cover, man. This is an awesome cover. Got the knight there with the queen. She's all aggressive. There's some pictures. There's a little read-up right there. So yeah, that's Tales from Wonderland Volume 3. We're doing all this in order, by the way. This one's kind of a side story, but it's really interesting just to read, okay? It's the House of Little, okay? Now, what's in this issue, in this collected version anyway, are the annuals. Okay, each year they come out with these annual stories, and this one collects the 2009, 2010, and 2011 and The Experiment. Okay. Also, another thing about these comics is that they always have all the alternate covers and stuff like that. You know, it's just normal graphic novel sort of thing, but every time they have alternate and varying covers, they have them all included in here. Okay. Here's Escape from Wonderland, the series that came after Tales from Wonderland, and House of Little, of course. But here it is. Also note the authors, the writers, the artists, because they are very talented, man. They have their own DeviantArt account, and sometimes I go to there just to see the previews and stuff like that. So, yeah, there it is. Okay, so there it is, Escape from Wonderland. And now we have, this is a beautiful cover, by the way, Alice in Wonderland. This is the same one as you see up there. The first issue is included in this also. So there it is, Alice in Wonderland, looking all pretty. Okay. And there's the back of it. You can pause and read that. And there it is. Each of these issues contain about 6 or 7 issues. Okay. Each of these collected, you know, trade paperback versions include about, let's say 5 to 7. Okay, 5 to 7 issues of their respective series. Okay, this is the ongoing Wonderland series. This is the one that's going on constantly right now. So there is the front of the front cover. There's the back. Okay, feel free to pause and read that. And finally, I just found this one. I didn't even know this one existed until like a couple days ago. And I had the girl that I'm dating at the time buy it. Okay, we just broke up like a couple days ago, actually. Call of Wonderland. So there it is. Beautiful. I actually have not read this yet, and I'm very excited. So thank you, Elizabeth, for buying this for me. Okay, even though we're not seeing each other anymore. So there it is. We are completely up to date with the Alice in Wonderland series. There's also another one, of course, called Madness of Wonderland. I got one of the issues right here. I got a bunch of issues, actually. I'm reading. Yes, I do collect the trade paperback collected versions, but I'm also collecting. I'm up to date with their single issues also. So Madness of Wonderland is coming out with a trade paperback version sometime in the future, I'm sure. Actually, let's look at some of these because they have some really nice covers. Wonderland number 6, for instance. I think it's very clever inside the mouth there. Here's issue 2. This was inside the Wonderland ongoing series. Actually saw part of this picture in the back of the... And oh my gosh! Check that out. Yeah. Imagine seeing those on the shelves, right? The thing about the Zenescope comics is that you don't see them, at least I don't see them in regular comic book shops, at least around here anyway. I always have to go special order them online and stuff like that. Here's a beautiful one. Wonderland number 10. Yeah. There's all the flowers and the Cheshire Cat down there. Sitting on the throne, stuff like that. Yeah, so these are beautiful comics, by the way. But, yeah, the stories are really interesting. I'm always keeping up to date. I was reading in the bathroom and stuff like that. But, yeah. Have you guys read this? If you have, comment below and let me know what you think about it, okay? What is your favorite version of Alice in Wonderland? Okay, there's, you know, there's so many different versions, okay? It doesn't have to be the book, or it doesn't have to be a specific movie or TV show or anything like that. Just tell me what your favorite version of Alice is, okay? Maybe it's the Disney version, or Fox has done one. There's that Alice... Kate Beckinsale played Alice once, okay? Anyway, thank you for watching, people. Rate, favorite, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Bye.